Dealing. Let me read the heading. It says, "Well, dealing with politicians is just like sleeping with tigers."
Alright.
Kojo Okon Nkrumah. That's the title. Reads from George Ander's book. Right. So
in Pacho, you can't tiger or any abuabe.
Sebo. Right. Yeah. Sebo.
Okay. As a witness, Sebo Eden.
Or bet you
Only politician. As a witness.
So that's the caption. That's the heading.
Okay.
So it goes on to say, Minister for Information. That was back then.
Yeah.
Kojo Okon Nkrumah has brought to light some unwritten rules in politics, which he said all politicians must be mindful about.
Right.
Now, when he says politicians here, I think he's talking about all of us because I think everyone is a politician.
Oh, yes.
Once you talk about what is happening in politics, you're a politician. The rules were contained in a book which was authored and launched by former Deputy Communications Minister George Anda on Tuesday, April 26th at the Labadi Beach Hotel. I don't know the year though. Reading the rules written by George Anda, the information minister stated that his favorite rule is the one that states that in any political equation, there's always someone being used.
Correct.
If you look around and you can't find the person, then it is you.
Correct.
All right.
Where see, where grandpa ya asabikasi.
Yeah.
Titinu. They can't tempo I make quite do.
How many years back?
Oh, Nancy. So being here, some year, no, yes, I do me more friend. Yes, it's a whole part. Sorry, now we share Brunia again.
Sandwich,
now we share.
Yeah.
If you are some now, okay, you know. So we are by dream bar and no cramp on the head, you know, of the book, no. And I was in the favorite part near the person boss with you. The young rapid, young dream, we should give it a second
thought.
Yes.
Okay. So his favorite quote.
His favorite
quote.
Says,
in any political equation,
correct,
right? There is always,
yes,
and yes, there's sometimes.
Ban politics, one.
There's always someone being used.
Yeah, will be a use no. Yeah, they no boy for the
Richard. Hallelujah.
Will be a no boy for the.
If you look around and you can't find that person, then it's you.
Correct.
And you're not why you
one time you move back.
Oh, my God.
It's a ban politics more. Ya wo obia ya de no boa for re da so wo hwehwe obia na se we hu ni pa ya de no be boa for re na se we hu odwan no se ne
Abraham ne the Isaac
wo pa so wa kwen wo pa so se ne
ya do be boa for re papa se ne Isaac ko boa for re no.
So odwan na
odwan ni
ya wo se ne ya de wo boa for re no
wo party no what to say the odwan ni ba boa for re na okay odwan ni ma
it 15 cities now I
t-shirt
yes,
so that is his favorite line. But I think he has about 7 rules.
Yes.
In politics, you must understand the following. 1, nobody has your interest. 2, everybody is chasing their interests. 3, dealing with politicians is like sleeping with tigers. You must always have your eyes wide open. 4, and this is one of my favorites. In any political equation, there's always someone being used. If you look around and you can't find that person, then it is you. 5, serving politicians is like a bandage on a wound. Once the wound is healed, your usefulness ends. 6, in politics, never will more than the bereaved. They will get the reward while you inherit their enemies. 7, in politics, in any event, if other interests conflict with your interests and you have to choose, always choose yours. Number 8, never cross oceans.
So he goes on to say, stating the other rules, he noted that in politics, you must understand the following. 1, no one has your interest.
Yes.
No one has your interest. 2.
Okay. Well, I say brofo no. Ebinumu mbo brofo no.
Okay.
In some way win him. When you met was, Mamen can't send me answer. Mamen can't send me answer. Now go on here, Bobo. Yeah, now go on
Hey,
here.
Russell on fire.
Winnie, the man penny called Kumasi Koya Debi. But I dear no, me dream one means yes, a moment be some.
Ade aje no koye.
Time omo napo omo danedi no. Me enim ye man penny say can e ba say brofo a.
Yeah.
O ka brofo papa.
Yeah.
Oko Kumasi no. This man was speaking tree.
Of course.
Now, over here be a question.
Yeah.
O person o tire say, yeah, Asante for no more
Ti brofo.
Another say, o person o tire say emre do na say ye pe vote and ye country.
So
Munya vote ni ya kabro.
Oh, there be all penetrate through the marketing strategy.
There be
Something when you na me too. Listen, let's see this. Enye so no nko a.
Oh, a lot of them.
Ye do baby a. Ebinum
Oh, but
omo kan cry. That is the point where they
I think
need
I heard about
our
one.
vote.
what in
Yeah.
kind?
That
What
is
a how
where they
what
need
chi?
was
Hey,
our
vote.
vote.
Of course. Of
But
course.
after, then they will switch.
Brofo na won ti aso.
Just say, Charlie. No, they want to. The one person who say, "Sadia na abrofo no kan say o pese wo tricky bibini and say they."
Fashion woman.
That is what they are trying to tell us.
Yeah. Put it in the books.
Say edu election year and it now they came low to our standard talk to us as in na se edu we dia
Obi mra na kaka ni
na some person obebie na
baby.
I watch some comedy akwane so ye man peni oti rich
Messi mo obi mra na kaka so nko twitwi se bi wadwa ye wo toilet obetwi asiri akire obi siniyama obi dokunu bi sa won se da dokunu na wo ye ton no obi na ne eka obi na kama obi na boma obi na so akosi pa ho enne dokunu 10 cd 5 cd fa to dokunu 5 cd enfu
Oh, na dokunu.
inchi na 5 cd ni mo
wo ba no wo ndi dokunu 5
na dokunu 5 cd na tisen
hey queen
se for say dokunu 5 cd no ta wo beta to wo meku
queen let's be fair like who did dokunu 5 no
Oh, so they say me rough.
dokunu 5 cd wo to dokunu acha na
o da bi
there
no me can say me ye be ma nti
Umetumi
na 5
there
me me to bi
nti wo eso wani
da bi say wo your ba
there
be wo your ba
and eso wani
and if I joy
ene nchi na mkra 5 cd ni 5 cd ni ene yeso koto dokunu a yes meko na wo di bedin sa to
Aju to.
aden
Enyo omo fault.
wo koto amu wo baby a ho stew no wo besan ato pure water 1 cd baby wo ho a bottle water no mo ton 2 cd bra wo bedu baby 5 cd
Oh, of course.
oh I know they will say we do baby
5 cds
Yeah.
and the uncle you
It's really obechechre.
we dey too no is it you
So no one say chechre. No one has your interest.
yes I will say politics no head wo
Enfo bia.
Just say one number one rule. Like they say omoti ase. You be kind mu. Just say wa oba nchen kro obesere kra no. You are not the good.
Into no be na china ko wu a wawu nkwase
you be say on kwase si
pranso a fa
No one has your interest.
Thank you.
Now be ka kire ni say na yesre wo ko ana be say no interest.
o enye na sem
Obesere atro sa.
enu na chiro say die ehia yalefo na ehia konfo.
Of course. 2, everyone is chasing their interest.
Correct.
It's a complementing one.
yes obia edida ono yo benya ho wo mfa no ho na ono no ni ono benya no eno e na odwen ho politics mu no nti ye memo.
Yeah, I like to repeat to say it's coming directly from the books and the mouth and the hands of politicians.
No grad no mo kan kire ye.
Yes. It's coming from the
Sabi e be ya we watch na bi no.
Wan ka say yanka
bankan kire.
Talk actually.
It's fatu adum me aduma.
2.15 cedis e komo de wa fa e
bankan kire.
Ya be fa we free ahumachi sa no pa kotina ya okwa ma 15. All right, number 3, dealing with politicians it's like sleeping with tigers.
Correct. Heading on our account.
Yes, and then number 3, you must always have your eyes wide open.
Yes.
Very well.
Was it tiger on any about
Sibo.
Okay.
So when the shout out to you, Sibo. Yes, so when the politician and you know, at the same you only Sibo and
Edda.
I bring the Rabiano. We do one that no crowd now in the head.
Edda.
Very well.
Would you eh?
I say good morning you. I say make what does when you say. All right. But unfortunately, number 4, no, he didn't say it over here.
Right.
And you know, we have the video where he said the whole thing here. And we will play it for them, then they'll hear the 4th. But I want to read the remaining the remaining quotes. 85. This is from Honorable Opon Nkrumah, former Minister of Information. I will read it from another former politician. Number 5 says, 7 politicians is like a bandage on a wound.
Correct. This is my favorite part. Me, baby,
listen again. Number 5, 7 politicians is like a bandage on a wound. Once the wound is healed, your usefulness ends. Bobu mami.
Yes, it's who Juma ama politician.
Yeah.
Right. And to say, me breaking it down and tomorrow I had a teacher. So who Juma Adiama politician? What is that and tomorrow? How did you treat you?
The Kronia
Gupia.
also fast when
Wait, any mention of the favorite part.
of course. Of course.
And the moment young father, you make no father.
Yeah, and we make no fighting. And also 6 in politics, never wail more than the bereaved.
Yes.
They will get the reward while you inherit their enemies.
Yes.
Right?
So what is men for whom was shame, some politician, men for whom was shame cry and sing nipa or no or prayer the men go and because you will did come man. As I say or no, and ya baby again via. And I say, oh, yeah, so one yapo, and waiting, who will be done it time for Amanipa. Or not, or being put a feed you, one hour better than it, or time for no Amani.
You are in nature, they will get there, or no Benya as soon fast. Now, what than it?
Politician, what standing, I will lose some contract by the man. Now,
I'll crack 500.
500.
I'm not going to
500.
15 cities.
15 cities will grow.
Nobody see your
let me see. Last one. Last but one.
Yeah.
7. I think in politics, in any event, if other interests conflicts with your interests, you have to choose. You have to always choose yours.
Correct. Sir, who ya politics ankasa se bibi wo ho a wugidi se botai bi esi mani so a de bia no ma wo botai no a esi weni so no enye ade e bedi kan ma hwe se wo botai na wo hwe
and you know me yet direct translation now say any wo botai ni obi botai say the ehia ana say obi botai no e wo so se wo de na
bia no de
how dear? What dear name? Yakra. And then the enya no. Politician ya de na yakra. Me yes. I am independent. Any party chinchia techia. Ono enti oku kra o say.
O man no eye wo botai so o man ne be yi ya. Nka obetu so o dear.
All right, I think this is the final one. 8. Never cross oceans for politicians. You may drown.
So what?
Never cross oceans for politicians. You may drown.
Everyone says you trust you. Ma wone politician behind.
Men chapo.
Right?
Never cross oceans.
I don't know because assuming say we the politician now. Always you know who so no no ye penny.
Yeah.
Who so no. Kona mo kono.
Go
E ban say ye can say oh e kudo na amoti mu no.
Yeah.
Nipa ba ko pe na ebetumi akwa akodu. Because more one life jacket. She say
Oh, this na she.
She say or the be ma because who kokodu ha ever so be na also.
Ono no ye.
Obe kun krampo ahye.
Say the HR say men so politician na aka life jacket ba kunti politician na wo say me de ma no. Na de ama no no. O si e kro hwe na chikura na kamto wa hu.
Brother, boy ni kama sama obesu. Ni papa wa letere, ni oji ni maame ni omo ye de emai. Maame na struggle na ne be. Akore de ne me school no di be VSS. O VSS no so ma. Ebi ni woni ye papa yi, maka se meko school ni ma be ye bibi. Ama wo so ani ma be nyam no be ye. No starting mobile money. Akonfo be bia e ka ba nso ni wo fa akwaji loan na man so fechi a wo kam ubi e nko be bia tena ha na chi a nti obomodi echi a wo fa loan bi ti o e no se no o pay ma fry because school no be so kon obeko ni papa damfo wo aka oni ya anu fo ebi e ka ya anu fo what ya
Matias ye
ya anu fo ebi na nam no so wo pay adwuma dia mami mekọ na mu obi obema wo adwuma na grant esi oni mo bia wo
cry
no mo de ne bae oh ye be mo adwuma be no si o efi adwuma na o sister me do ho me ye mo hye me o hye cars soja fu egubo ni ade en ko ma me adwuma enkraman na enkraman no ba preach na ho a e wa se enkraman maku 15 sa budos
o mu gufio ya mo bia
in kraman no wuchu e wa se no ni ye mo hye no na so abedu no ni option here
no so ye
nanka unti akeji e de man e o be ko bi chia nka 500 na e man that's what me say me mo be here me feed oni baby a oni shenti ni meje bo so me so ye papa famisi ka mami se mi ni mbutaye si mbutaye bi ni o papa ka chen say o so be go school me ma 250 in case na uhie bibi na mi save di aka free hon bre ya brante ye adwuma wan no say papa school na mi say me ko mi sike won kan ho asem baby edu no calculate na fama na me nko na me hu di ameye adai mi tu sika be na mi ni mi ka se mechi aka fama me tie o super di ma ye se ma wo di ma na ni yiri nu aduane afi o mu mabo yi aduane bio na nkrama egufi ho ni ya no fu etwa papa hu ehia wo nam ye be ku na kata me so na o so ka na no tu na lock no opportunity pie maami bi no kodi no ko na maami so woni obi a e wo se wo fi awiemu ha no ma obi ehu
yeah
na ko mu so di abrante maami bo no wa no wa kodi e fi se ona bo yire jai na aduane ma wo so akachi amba onya wan yi a no onya akukuduro be papa npa akinu no so da me ko intimisi kambra ye kan si ye kan ni si abontin ti se kraman bi nenya mi ko na bo an se yantwe no sutu ni ye wo na ti ko si abontin wo ko akọ mini ni hwiye bi wantua ne ka o no ko suku maame ne so onim no baabi a na maame ne so mi so no me di otina ha wonim se wemu ha na eyewo wonim ne betumi ato ende disika ko twem wa ha na me ba na maame no kire ni station on ko twem na epom ha no baabi a maame ne bra uncompleted building normal boss keke gate po na no because boy ni sika be no di ko obi enu se ni maame ni se no se maame nko maka se school na force na menye bibia ya me ko school ama me papa hu se no matter what ye mu bi etuni ejina baabi na obehwe ne obi bro pampai maame no ma ne net bi no odikwe no mo di ketin itwa dan nanim no odinto ma wo se ho wakwati no ona bufio osi obema na adwuma o mani dwale nkrama ni ejina fedi fie ho mo 4 o'clock abrante sister no ma binyane me ni nyina echi no makachi amma aduane anka ahya so no mo ma aduane di ya fe di e ma meduani bi so wia no si abonte na be bia be fa bia so kama go
I know you can't say never cross an ocean
for the politician.
Anything that make her way because boy didn't say, oh yeah, command me to obi ba only be our period ni moja wa mesra. Shankrama 15 ya wo feed your man ope we enumere ube dwalio.
Wunim.
If you go we ube tumi aka ko gina na nim say ona bo obi benti be go to mami ana obeto so nkan.
Ebinom wo sebi ebinom so wo ho and yes I know moti yes and you munyina
no and you munyina but generally speaking
the word politician no
and yes I know but yeah and once you are a politician you have
it's
down there
and
yeah
Miti Pai. Oh yes, Miti Pai.
All right, we'll look at Kojo Oponkroman's video. Yes. We talked about it. We'll look at the video. Let's watch the video. Ending bits now. Just say what is the way forward, especially for the youth? This is the way forward. Yebas is here. All right, we are back. The way forward. Ross Lalas, Queen Dollar, and Eddie Omwa Kasapa. Like I said, once again, this is election year. This episode, we are looking at the ins and outs and the happenings whilst it's during the election year, especially concerning what the youth are doing. Yedim komo afa omo edi omo call napo unveiling now almost 15 CDs, you know. Then we talk about a guy no ko painting huna. They forced him of wash the paint off, and we are ending it all with the advice. I take it as advice that Honorable Kojo Oponkroma is given to us from a book written by his own fellow politicians, telling us and warning us about how to move and work with politicians. Okay, Nyakasa bi bebre ya chepa na de aye adwuma, but per se this here na efutu bia the way forward, especially for the youth, because a body say na ye na ye do soon. Yen so na omde yen be ye nsemu bia omde youth adipapa bia nso a yen na ye be ahwadi ni adwuma bia yen. So this is where I want us to base our advice on. And you know, let's hear Roslalas then. Anna, let me go for Queen Dollar. Ladies first. It's no Queen. Efutu a de ma yen na ye bebu. Ai de ma ye ho ye ho. Wabre ekoto aba.
Yo. Afefo. Ni na ye tu ye mo fo me Queen ya me tie me ka. Me de say the medical ya ka hwe mo. Obi antumi mesesa ma dia na me for so me say me ko votu. Me maswale am ye tu aba. Na mo kakra me kan say yen youth mo ma yenya hwe yi. If you say ne upra unam those politicians who do machina upra wudi dem a eye won kwan na nyina obi eni wo be ba be show e bia unan eta won sa ba bi ni ade na wa modin a wankasa wo bampo etisen na wo be di o machi na we pra abato mmere mu na ye wo me mo obi mbedada me nkoye tutu asem bia na eden ko for how embre wo busu e bi mpa wonye busu yan kanea wonye busu yan safu a omani eda wo so ntime pamucho million mama ye ni nda ho yen dwin ye ho kane se de ye papa ye tu ye fun yen dwin ye ho kane na ma ye nkodi o machi enkofo how me nkodi o machi na nkoye ne ye nkochiw enkotu me nkodi o machi ne nkofa box bi so ni kodane wodi koye bibi etuo kan abansa so ma o mo betro sa kam no me kwenola me mado shogusu ye mesra wa shogusu ye se dia me hwe me hu ye unsu shogusu ye na tu nhofo no bia ntomago eye nade mesra
obia ntomago eye nade Roslala
yes asa na me customer pese me ka che queen say abane de say
obeto
so ka say na sorry okono ye ntu aba sa woman you say obey president
if you don't go
also on so obey president free education who are want to aba oba
uncle me
because I also was sorry no want to aba
Alright, let's hear you, Ross.
Your election year. As I said, a mebulu, and not normal family.
Yeah.
Yeah, my agree. And Yejuma. Yeti and Yejuma. 4 years ago, me and for ya. Nipa 8.
Yeah, during the election.
And on all kind of say ya the obi bebo for there. Na say o hwe o na.
Na won nipa kora. Wa.
Men ko ya o mo odwan bi ni e fa o mo for there. Me pese me twin amanfo adwen esiso. Say every election year bia no person no na mpanifo no dinum ka akonya accident. But accident no ko ba bisa say what is accident di esi asa mpanifo no e bi ewuda na.
Hardly.
Even the penny the car na kobo kompra. Ube hu airbag se bie. Ebi no me hu bie onye accident no sa da na oni nkrofo mo ti sa mo kan. Ye de car fufuro ba mo tina so mo to aso ko wi o mo rally o mo. Yes. Ya nyo. Nti no mo maya ni nda ho. Ni yan hwe se o chine bi ye manu so na omo ye like these are the people that we should think about. We won yen bin say o chine bi no aso ya mai omo benya nsupa no.
Yeah.
Obi be say ememeti wa me o mi da no. E bro one way what the cook to amle mo fifuro wo de bi engumo fifi bi. Hweye na wan pa wo twe papa engu dim. Ma weni nda ho. Afi so ya maame no no so. Ye be ka kire omo ye sro omo. Emofra no omo ngbo mofra no ho ban apiepie no. Emofra no ye hwe mofra no. Election year mu ye wo no. Wo be ti ase abofra ya yira anase we. Afi so ya nua no mu ma no so. Anajo piepie anyway ye nya hu we a na ye de ka be si bo na wo atnem ka mi ye go. Wuni me bia ye de wo ko. Ye obeti an say we ayira yes remo uma ye ni nda ho esi se brebre amba amani amba wo to wo namfo no na wo to wo momone fo no na wo to we jamu anu so wo to ye mpemi fo no so yes remo omo ntwin ye kon kakra omo kai hu se Ghana no ebi ni bebi abiomo no mo predin pa no ahonya no de omo enyom ho dede pe se wo ye pani na se wo ye wadin se me pre sika na me de eja me madachi me hu ebinu a omo papa no mo eja pade no but sense fundamental no the foundation no enya no dia dem imofra no atonton enyo ema sesia no se ye mu binum kra ye yesin omo the other day I saw some news am yesm follow papa bi aye kire say the mate any ye man pedi dada.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was then also living good oye we sisia hu na enye say bia odi hia o wadani junkie and the next way answer ye bepe we need to discuss about the rate at which the youth no say the penny for they should try and then make things work for us.
Yeah.
And yes, say you have for an page they should work things out
for us.
Yes.
I think we'll do a part 2 of this because there are certain things I think we need to talk about and left it. Yeah.
From in the name of those politicians. Politicians.
Yeah.
And one moment you're very careful. Oh, Madam, we minister where you went to Obwa. Or the obedient.
And
so say king or bony pass me, or do for any baby, you know, the obedient. Nada, until Mama in the speech a year, man.
Of course. And you know, and I'm sure say as time goes on, different situations will keep coming up. And to wait there, definitely. Yamfane say for the remainder of the year, this is going to be something that we'll keep doing every so often. So, what can you now? What can be brave? Maybe any American say we need to wise up. Honorable Kojo Ponkroma has clearly listed it out. Say the politician has no new interest at hand. He doesn't care about you. He's looking for power, and anything he has to do for power, he will do it. And you know, we shouldn't expect say the politician is going to solve our problems if we don't force him to stay on his toes and work on what he has to do and now what he has promised us that he's going to do. He's not going to do it. Nankeba ne say na wo pay adwuma say wo na do ho aba say o pese me som na me de tumi na ma na afi de me na me sre o say adwuma na e say wo ye no me sre o say san ye say adwuma. It shouldn't be so. So we need to wise up, especially the youth. Say we move around politicians and what they use us for. Now no mining because the rate at which the youth are leaving the country and those who are here are suffering and some are becoming junkies. And then, how is this one of the leading sources of income for the youth is betting.
Yes, imagine.
One of the leading sources of income is betting.
And no practice that. That's so.
We are. This nation is
who said boys?
This nation is
Yes.
What sort of country is this?
And no practice. And I don't know if you can say
Wow.
Oh man.
All of this shows here, he doesn't care about you.
Yeah.
This can be all pageant. The BS can be free back. Opa to form Nenda near Juma, Obejo.
I shall go Brian.
Say by some Beji.
Radinam.
So
the politician doesn't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
Until say yang as a people, we will rise up and say enough is enough. Do what is right. Do what you must. Making young customers some politicians. Young customers some woman. Almost say.
Oh baby, you want
Now was yeah, bed me. Me see one person me yeah maybe. Oba ya me die chile ho na me afun. So we pam to Andy. Edwuma yo wrong. We don't need to have a situation where we have to beg you to do your work.
Yeah.
You came to serve. And any other back you should understand. And like you were saying, yeah, ma'am, and then some of the things that I are me and I read in your yesra by and I yesra by. And then a nipa na yen a juma so yem or sren so on the yen a juma. I have never understood that. Yeah, quite yo and I best rabbi. Oh, yeah, sa oh sren say oh. I mean, time or pen on me into oh sren. You understand? It's like we don't understand the position that we are in.
Yeah, see, Andy.
We don't know
yes.
the position that we are in. Nyoma what say omoje nyoma said here.
Nyoma say brandy nipa to me unim at times we to meeting nyoma me no so cry before years. Obi to make aban yesra no be see jana dia ma
You see some of these things. You see some of these things.
Now the who feel say bios what in here and say aban no me ye be
So me share some then I realized your mentality on political that's why the politician takes us for granted. Because this animal way I'll say let's wise up. All that I'll say is let's wise up and know that we have the power. Even though it takes us only a few minutes to give the power to them for 4 years, we still have the power. Look at what is happening in other countries, other African countries. Look at what happened in Kenya because of taxes. They've shown us evidence. Once the people rise up, the politician will sit up. Let's wise up. Let's rise up for the betterment of this country. Whereby you don't need to go outside to go and hustle before you eat, and you don't need to rely on betting. Kakra na one was a miracle betting. No, you do. Next So thank you, Quindola, as always. We are number 6. Number 5, Ujinam defender, defensive midfielder. Always on time, always on point. Anyway, that's it from us. Ross Lalas, Quindola, and DK. The way forward. We are thinking forward. We are not going backwards. We are thinking forward. So before I end it up, remember to like the content if you enjoy what we are doing here. Subscribe. Mo share, pa subscribe. Mr. Mo subscribe it. Now more comments name I think one day we should take time and look at some of our videos and comments, and then we bring you some of your comments. So you keep watching to see when we do that. So share the video as well. Share it so that it reaches far and wide. Anyway, once again, this is the way forward. Stay wise and stay blessed. Until then, peace. Bye bye.